What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Hannibal Callens.
And it's your friend, Giancarlo Alberti.
Zing. Oh, yeah, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 3.
Never thought we'd make it this far.
Yeah. Dude, for real, man. So it's good to be here with y'all. We've had a few things happen. Some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But we're here. We're here and we're made
back.
it.
Technical difficulties that they will never see.
Oh yeah. For as long as y'all know, y'all gonna be like, man, these guys are really
They
good
got
at this.
it.
They are wow. These guys are good. Whole time everything's on fire. Beep 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 beep. What's the name? We forgot the name. Like, oh yeah, man.
But in that case, if you like our content, make sure you subscribe. You give us a like, a thumbs up. And if you want to talk shit, write on the comments and give us a thumbs down,
And let us know what it is we can do to improve. And man, this is a learning process for both of us.
Seriously, and thank you guys for allowing us to
share this learning experience with you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, man, yeah, just let us know what it is we can improve on. And as long as it's not racist, we'll do the best that we can. Because believe it or not, fixing that's going to be much more expensive than we would anticipate.
That is going to be a problem.
So, yeah, we're going to be stuck like this for a while, at least until we get a Patreon. So,
at least, or some sort of paycheck.
Some sort of paycheck, yeah. After a while, we might be able to put in for a race change or win one off a Wheel of Fortune, but hey. For now, this is what you got, all right?
I fucking love this podcast.
Anyway.
Anyway, how you been, man?
I've been good.
Good?
I've been good.
You're healthy? You good? Your
Yes.
mental health is good?
Yes, mental health is pretty good. I'm honestly just learning, trying to do new things, trying to get out of my own way. Man.
I feel you.
Yeah. I got a lot of greatness to be, and I have to be great to achieve great. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel you.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
good.
Sir. How about you, man? How about you?
I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm sane. But some things in life that are funny have happened to me in these past
Okay, I remember we talked about this.
We briefly talked about it.
We did. Go ahead, sure.
So, to kind of generalize it, I'm in downtown, right? And we were at a store, and it wasn't late at night, but it was dark,
Okay, it's kind of evening.
Yeah, it was an evening-ish, we had parked a couple blocks away from where the stores were. So I'm walking on my phone. My face is knee deep on the phone, but I'm walking towards the car, and I pass by the do you know those like bus stop stations where they have
the big pretty arches,
and all that fancy stuff. I'm walking right past it, and I don't realize that there's somebody there waiting. Now this person, I don't want to label it, but they fit the description of a homeless person.
Right.
But she's nonchalant. She's just having, she's on her own thing. All I hear as I'm walking past the bus stop is, "What's up, player?" Immediately looked up and I was like, "Oh, I want to match his energy. I want to match this energy." And I'm just like, "What's poppin', Sam?" She's immediately likes the energy that I'm giving.
Right.
And apparently, out of the blue, nonchalantly and with all the confidence in the world, she says, "Not much. Just that crack."
Bro, I was dying. When you told me that, because that's so wild. You
Bro.
just said,
Crack. That has never happened to me in my life.
Yeah.
It's like one of those moments that I call those moments like the geographical time. The National Geographic moments.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those moments that it just happens by destiny that you go through it alone.
Right.
But it's also things that you would see in those types of channels.
You totally said that like it's the beginning of a quest. He said you are destined.
The start of the journey.
You ever played Soul Calibur? Yeah, yeah. They describe the way they describe the
bad guy.
No. The way they just describe the fight before it happens.
Yes.
Two souls eternally forever told. Like that. It is a moment one is destined to go through alone.
Who will be reigned?
Right. Who will come out successful? Well, you know, crack. He said it like a deep tale. I love that.
I have there's very few moments.
Yeah,
there's very few moments.
So, man, it's funny because like I've never had a situation like that happen to me, and I'm jealous. Like not that I want to be in that situation, but it's like, dude, what? Huh? Where's this guy? Where's this girl? Like, where are these people at? You know, man.
And it's like one of those things that like if I tell people that. Just people that would look at me and be like, yo, you're faking, you're capping. Like, I really could not be more sincere.
It's hilarious how, like you had said, it's that sincerity of her response that just makes it so funny.
It is the sincerity bro, I laughed all the way to the car.
Wow.
Like in tears. I pulled up to my at the store and she was just like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And I was like, you know when you laugh so hard when you start talking like this?
You can't get the words out. You gotta start going. Especially if it's something you're not supposed to be laughing at.
Oh man, it was a trip. And it was funnier the second time I told her about it. It was so funny. But I mean, in long story short, I am actively looking for this person. And if anybody has experienced something like that in downtown and you think that person might be the person I'm talking about, holla at me. Because I'm trying to have her be on this podcast. I'm trying to get her on this podcast. I didn't have a business card because I was failing at that time. Right. I need to have her on this podcast. So if you see her, holla at me.
Oh my God, dude. You know what? Let's make that happen, bro. Let's make that happen, bro. We'll have to hide, my valuables, but we'll
probably relocate into somewhere public.
Yeah.
We can bring this equipment with us.
Yeah. We can take this on the road. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We can take this on the road.
Yeah.
Which in the future we have some big plans of doing just that, moving the gear. And so make sure that you like, you follow, you subscribe so you can stay up to date with the events that we're going to be throwing because we're taking this and we're growing and we want to grow with you.
This is phase one. This is phase one of the podcast. We're getting the nicks and crannies out of the way so we can flourish.
Oh, yeah.
We flourish.
Flourish.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of things to come. A lot of, which we were briefly talking about, a lot of future events planning.
Yep.
That we were in the works in. So please stay tuned. If you want to participate, just let us know. We'll keep you in our thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Because we love you guys. Yeah, and we want to do all this growing and we want to grow with you. So it's good to be with y'all, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's my crazy story of the week.
Man, lucky you. I ain't got nothing. I've been to a few venues I haven't been to in a while.
Which is funny because you're the one with the stories.
Right. I'm the guy going. I'm the guy going to the dive bars. I'm the guy going to the places where the staff don't have all their teeth. How am I missing all of this? I'm missing the good stuff, man.
You are missing the good stuff.
I'm missing the good stuff,
Definitely missing the good stuff. But, I mean, with life, there's been a lot more things happening in this world.
There are. Shift into other news. For those of y'all who have not heard, the trial for Derek Chauvin. That is the officer who murdered George Floyd.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to George Floyd, man. He was actually found guilty.
I'm actually kind of shocked. I'm still a little uneasy about it.
I told Giancarlo on air. It almost don't feel real.
Yeah.
And it's an incredibly good thing, man, because like the thing that I can speak for myself that I'm personally worried about, and what this was going to be an example of, is I feel like we the people need to know that that people aren't above the law, and that in those situations we'll be protected. We have to
100%.
know that. Yeah, we got to know that we will actually be protected when people don't do their jobs right, and it's a mess, man. So it's really nice to see. Like, I mean, I don't know. I honestly I feel bad to say it, but I really didn't see it coming.
Didn't see the just to be clear. Didn't see the verdict or
Yeah.
okay.
I did not see the verdict coming. I thought that he was either going to get all the way off, or I really thought they were gonna like almost like how like if the principal's kid is a quarterback and he gets in trouble, they'll give him like the smallest thing they can give him. It's like, all right, give this kid like a day and a half in school suspension, and then get him back playing football because we need to win the game. Like I felt like they were gonna do that. I thought they were gonna give him the easiest or the lightest thing that they could give him, just because they're like, oh, just give him something that way they got him, and then we can just let him bounce. Like. So, but again, I'm after thinking about it. Really, where justice gets served is honestly in the sentencing, because I mean, and I don't know how the system works. So I'm thinking about trying to see if we're able to bring your boo on, because she works in the legal field at some point. Maybe not. To talk about this case.
Definitely.
Not talk about this case, but something in the future.
Definitely, because, and speaking to that, she was definitely my go-to for things that I didn't quite understand. And yeah, I think she would actually love to do something like that, and be clear about certain things. But I was surprised. I was with you. I was surprised about the verdict. When I heard the verdict, and yes, he got, for those of you who still don't know, which I would be shocked if you haven't, he got charged with all 3 counts. Part of me feels, and I may not be in this place to say it, but part of me feels that like the entire state just wanted to just found him guilty, because I think low key they didn't want Minneapolis to burn again, because it was itching to happen.
Yeah.
So that's my fear, I guess, is like, did we put him behind bars because of accountability? Or is it because we didn't want something more to grow from this?
Wow. Oh, that's actually a good point.
What are your thoughts?
Man, especially once you bring that up, that's interesting. Like, did they... Because even then, it's still the problem because it's like, okay, we put him away because we felt like we had to.
Right, and now that, because I hadn't really thought about it up until this point, and like, I guess you'll find that or I will find that answer in the sentencing.
Right.
Depending on what the sentencing is for him.
Right.
We will know how really accountable they're really putting him. Right.
Because if they give him like 6 months and then they let him Tekashi his way out of that.
If they give him 4 years and then like 2 on parole, I'm going to be pissed.
Right. And because what it is the same thing. It's like, we know that we have to reprimand this person, but we don't really want to. And so we're going to give them the smallest amount that we can to make you happy, or at least the smallest amount that we can, so that we get to say we did. Well, we punished him. We found him guilty, but then we gave him 45 minutes, on house arrest, and we had him doing community service at a strip club or something like that. And that's what I'm worried about, because, there's a huge aspect of the fact that, I mean, they might still try to get, for lack of a better word, their boy off with what they can. And the scary thing is that what that means is that when anybody, and that's like the biggest dupe of the biggest deception that's out there, is that what happens to other people is all right because it happens to them, as long as it doesn't happen to you. Because It's like allowing injustice to happen over there, because really it's a problem for everybody. Well, because what this would mean is, and this is why the verdict was really important, if they were able to just get him off, it would mean that if a person of the law doesn't do their job, the system, or the system, we would protect them more than we would protect the people. And it gets even worse when you take into account that it's like, well, if that person that got hurt was rich, then they'd get the protection. Or if that person was from a particular background, they'd get that protection. Because what it means is all it takes is a couple of things to be in line, and you can lose your life and then not be protected, which doesn't work for anyone. It means it can happen to anybody.
Do you have and I don't want you to go deep into this, I'm just curious. Why do you think that's the reason? Why do you think, I guess what I'm trying to say is, why do you think the system is placed that way? Like, why can't it be served in service to the same, like you and I, to the people like you and I? Why do they have to be rich?
I think it's because, honestly, man, I think it's one of the real problems just with the way that the world develops and stuff like that. But eye is a little itchy. Don't worry about that. But no, because I think one of the things is, for the most part, you ultimately do got to be real careful with your rich people, because your rich people have options. So if you push them too hard, they can just bounce. And so you have to make the world accessible to them. So if you're, and that's why I think that happens. Now, really what I think takes place with rich people is they have access to the people with the know-how, and they have access to the best of the best. So when they do something messed up, they're able to, boop, 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 boop. Like, they can get a lawyer who's the best that can find ways to get them off. Or they have the connections and are in the communities where it matters. Because let's be real, it's hard for anybody to give someone that they're cool with the hardest sentence. So if you know the people who know the people, and then it's your guy sitting up there judging, if he's cool with you, he's going to be like, let me go take it easy on the guy. Unless you're legitimately focused on bringing justice, and you're like, look, I don't care who the person is. If you do something wrong, you do something wrong. Like, and that's what we should really be.
Right.
That's what we should be. But it just...
We should be at that.
Yeah, and it sucks. Here's the thing I thought about. Another comedian that I know, his name is Dorian Gale, real good dude.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Dorian Gale. He's blown up on TikTok because he does impressions and does them very well. So look him up and let him know that Hannibal sent you. Dorian Gale is really big on social justice, and he was out at a lot of protests. And the George Floyd protests were actually the first ones I've been to. But he made a post. It was a picture of him with a group of people. It was like a candid photo, and he's there. He said, yep, that's me right there, protesting out here in the heat. And I don't remember his exact words on it, but he said, I guess it really was for something. And I thought about it. I was like, wow, he makes a really good point. Mm-hmm. The only reason that George Floyd's case got to the level that it did is because people became aware of it, and people protested, and we fought it. So to any of the people who had the opportunity to actually go out and march and protest, I mean, especially peacefully, and all, like, each of those protests brought a lot of attention to the case. And it was because of that attention that they weren't able to just sweep it under the rug. So, and I know you and I went out and protested a few good times. I mean, I got my first sunburn in my life out protesting, it's crazy looking back and realizing that actually helped.
Yeah,
like that actually did something.
It also makes me beg the question of whether the community had to be at that state of, because it was peaceful for us, but it wasn't so peaceful protesting for other states,
other places.
Yeah, so it's like I beg to question if we have to get at that level of violence or anger or frustration to force these people, and by people I mean government officials
in the system.
In the system to do things the right way.
Right. And you know what? That's funny. I totally was looking through the protests from the rose-colored glasses. I totally forgot. Oh, yeah, people burnt stuff. And that played a huge role. And that's right, because your perspective adds up with that. It's that, well, yeah, did they sentence him or did they find him guilty because they knew it was what was right? Or, and this is the thing that I would hate, like, is that we find out later, or in like in the movie of Love Life or whatever, we find out that people like maybe the judge. I mean, this is me talking about as if it was a movie, and I mean, I wonder if they'll end up doing a documentary on it in the future. But if like people tell the judge, if the judge tells the prosecutor and the defender, the defense attorney goes, "Look, guys, we're gonna have to let this guy go. Like, we're gonna have to give this dude the max." Because people will burn the city down, not because of what he did was wrong, which sucks. Those should be the reasons. It should be because he didn't do his job. It should be because it should be because he hurt people. It's like, and also had a record of hurting people, but we ain't got to go there. But it's like, yeah, do we have to flip out and burn stuff for them to realize that they have to respect us? Because what about the fact that fear is a huge aspect of it? And I also think in the shadow of like the Capitol riots, I mean, it would be so chump. Mm-hmm. It would be so chump for you to respond to that the way that they did and then respond to post-Chauvin trial riots the way that they would. It would be way too close and way too obvious that the people storming the Capitol were allowed to get in and that there wasn't proper response there. But then when people riot over that trial, you would bring out the sound weaponry. Like,
supersonic booms.
There were literally supersonic weapons brought out to the Orlando protest. Like,
yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, and so it's crazy to think that, now that I think about that, yeah, how much of that just ruling was because they knew they had to,
right?
And how much of it was because they knew they should, it was what was right,
Lots to think about.
It is
lots to think about. It's I'm very happy.
Me too.
I hope to the Floyd family, they find some sort of solace or peace in this, even though this doesn't even come close to what they've lost. You know, I hope they get I'm gonna speak plainly, but I also hope they get a fat check from the government.
Oh boy!
I hope these people get paid.
Yeah.
And that's not enough. Whatever they get paid, that's not enough.
Yeah, period. I mean, because it's a loss of a human life that you can't put a price tag on that unless you're Vulcan, right? But unless you're a robot, and that's the thing too. I do really want to say with that, it's like to all the people who supported the protest and participated in them, especially if you did it in a way, especially if you kept it peaceful and all of that stuff. You actually made a difference. Your friends who did actually made a difference, because had the protests not been at the sizes that they were and as vast as they were and as continuous as they were, this would not have happened. We helped in bringing justice. So that's just a big thing for us all to remember.
It's important, man. It's going to be interesting talking about, these types of things in history. Couple years coming out.
It's gonna be weird to know that we participated in that, and it's important. It's just important to know the good work that we've been able to do by being there, and just by being active. By being active, we've done a great deal. So
yeah, man. Yeah. Well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
I do birthdays, so.
With that being said, I think we should
We should definitely wrap it
GTFO.
up. Yeah.
We should probably GTFO.
Yeah.
But Hannibal C, what are your links, bro?
Y'all know the game. You can follow me on Instagram at Hannibal_His Majesty. I got a bunch of shows that are coming up, and I want to share these experiences, each one of them incredibly unique, with you. It is the energy of the crowd that makes every show worth being at. And I love the art form. I want to show y'all how much I love it. And what better way to show people what you love than by sharing it with them? So come on out to my shows. I got a bunch of shows that are coming up. I really want to see y'all there. If you see that I have a show coming up, message me on Instagram being like, hey, man, I watched the pod. I love what you do. And then I'll see if I can get you guys any of the discount codes and stuff like that for shows that I have coming up. Also, follow me on Facebook, Hannibal Callens. Really hard to not find me. The market for Hannibals is significantly low. So pretty easy to find, but Hannibal Callens, follow me. I got a lot of stuff coming up, and I really want y'all to be there for it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You will find me at Instagram and Twitter with Giancarlo _Alberti. Zhigazhing. Hold the zhigazhing. But
sound like a condiment on a sandwich. Yeah, let me get extra zhigazhing.
Give me a little extra.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to impress this girl. Throw some zhigazhing on that. All right. I like you, buddy. Hand number 2.
We are working on some video game walkthrough commentary.
Oh, yeah.
So if you like that type of content and you just like watching gameplay walkthroughs with comedic commentary, stay tuned for that. We got a lot of things coming.
We sure do.
We got a lot of things coming. A lot of exciting things. That I can't wait to share with you guys. But like I said, please make sure to subscribe, like, follow. If you hate us, thumbs down, write a comment. Tell us how we can make this better. Because at the end of the day, as much as we love making this, we're doing it for you guys. Because we love you and we're a service to you guys. So thank you. Thank you. And as always, my name is Giancarlo Alberti.
And it's your boy, Hannibal Callens. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.